Pag namatay nga sa last will and testament ng amo,
Oo.
naku, you'll be buried alive pagkasama yun sa last will and testament. Yes, that was the
Wow.
context. Yung pinaka-minimum na pwedeng kitain ng isang talent, ng isang artista, per taping, pinakamaliit,
3, 5?
3,000, 5,000. Pero yung mga, yung highly paid na, mga magkano pwedeng
6
kita?
digits na yun
Oh,
per day.
per day.
Usapang pera at kwento ng buhay. Pera at buhay. With Chinky Tan. Real stories. Real life.
The views and opinions expressed by guests on Shake Positive are their own and do not necessarily represent those of the producers, hosts, or network. Shake Positive is for entertainment and informational purposes only, while guests may share insights on financial and business topics. This does not imply endorsement of any products or services. Viewers should perform with their own research.
Siya po ay isang licensed medical director, actress, TV star, entrepreneur, businesswoman, author, and faith advocate, and happily married to no other than Mr. Richard Poon. Let us welcome Miss Maricar Reyes Poon. Palakpakan naman. Hi, Miss Maricar.
Hello, hello.
Thank you for coming. Ay, grabe naman talaga.
Sobrang saya.
Sa araw na ito, pag-uusapan po natin yung personal journey ni Miss Maricar sa pera, sa buhay. Let's talk about yung how did you start yun in terms of becoming a doctor? Yung talagang ever since nung bata ka.
Doktor?
Oo.
Oo. Parang, alam mo, hindi ko na siya pinag-isipan. Naalala ko nung parang prep yata ako. Di ba, tinatanong tayo, what do you want to be when you grow up? Ganyan. Automatic, sinusulat ko doktor ever since. So, nagtuloy-tuloy na yon, hindi na ako nag-isip. Ano pa bang bagay sa akin? Doktor na talaga.
Pero-
ang aking path.
Pero ang doktor kasi, dami mo dapat i-memorize.
Totoo. Actually, it's more of memorize.
Diba?
Memorize and read and understand. Siyempre, yung prinsipyo sa ilalim ng minimemorize mo. Kasi, hindi rin pwede. Yung body natin, napaka-complex eh. So, kung minemorize mo lang yung parts, but you don't really understand kung ano talaga yung nangyayari, mahirap din.
If growing up, and you live in Cebu ba?
Growing up, hindi. Actually, Metro Manila. Yung
Metro Manila.
parents ko is from Cagayan de Oro.
CDO.
So, parang same pa rin yung language.
Yung
Similar. Bisaya.
parents mo ba both Filipino or may...
Yeah. Both Filipino.
Filipino sila?
Oo, as in. But I think yung mom ko parang kinompute namin 1/32 Chinese pagdating na sa akin. So, malayo na. Tapos yung dad ko may Malaysian. May, so, mix-mix din. But by the time na kung tingnan mo silang dalawa, Pinoy na talaga.
Naturuan ba kayo tungkol sa pera nung kayo bata pa?
Hindi.
Talaga?
Not really. Yung dad ko, I mean, he would provide. He's a very good provider. Pero hindi siya masyado nagtuturo about like money. Ang mas masinop sa kanilang dalawa is really my mom.
Wow.
So my mom would teach us how to save and be frugal, yung live below your means, mga ganun. Ganun siya.
Ilan kayo magkakapatid?
3 kami.
Ikaw pang ilan?
I am the youngest.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, ano yung pinaka-first, whether we like it or not, lahat ng mga families kasi, we will experience mga challenges eh. Hindi naman yun.
Totoo.
Di ba? Ano yung isa sa pinakamalaking challenge na na-experience mo nung bata ka?
Financial or in general?
Let's talk about siguro muna financial.
Financial. Actually, yung parents ko, they're very well-meaning naman. But, syempre, pag may challenges in money, parang nakikita namin, alam mo pag bata, feeling mo walang alam yung bata, pero actually may naiintindihan sila even at a young age. So, even when I was like, feeling ko mga 7 or 8 or something, pag gipit sila sa budget, nakikita namin, like yung grocery ng mom ko, nag-iiba yung habits niya. She would always tell us na pag nasa grocery, parang tanungin muna siya.
Bago kumuha?
Oo, kasi pag lagay sa cart, tatagalin din naman niya pag hindi sa budget. But, yung pinaka-challenge, yun nga, I think sa parents ko, if you'll ask me, is there a big challenge nung kabataan ko? I would say no. Kasi ang ginagawa ng parents ko, sinishield niya kami.
Hindi niya pinapaalam.
Hindi nila kinakwento at all. Siguro, ang pinaka-naalala ko na significant was, nung med school ako, parang hindi ko nabayaran on time yung
Tuition.
Tapos hindi ako makapag-exam.
Okay.
So, ako, nasa-stress ako. Medyo, in a way, medyo nagigilty na ako ngayon kasi parang sinestress ko yung mom ko. Parang nasa na yung tuition ko, ganyan.
Oh, no. Oo.
But little did I know na they were really shielding us. They were having trouble at the time. And until today, hindi ko siya super alam yung details.
Pero, ayun, syempre, hindsight din, dati na yun. Sa palagay mo, dapat ba ipaalam ng magulang sa anak kung ano talagang pinagdadaan ng pamilya?
Yes, I think so.
Bakit?
I think na makakatulong sa akin yun. Kasi growing up, parang feeling ko walang problema, okay tayo eh.
Okay.
Yun yung impression sa akin.
Mm.
Eh, hindi ko alam, naghihirap na pala sila. Hindi naman like kami, like mahirap, but they were having problems. There were some struggles din. Na sana, I wish, looking back, they would have shared with us. Not
Not
put
in
them
complaining,
down, but,
oo.
yeah, but it would help me understand them.
Yes.
Tsaka at least para mabuksan din ako sa realidad
Mm.
ng pera at a younger age.
Yeah. Uy guys, FYI, if you're a parent out there right now, kailangan nyo talagang sabihin. Lalo kung ikaw ang breadwinner. Kasi ano naman nangyari, Miss Maricar? Sinishield, pinoprotect. So anong nangyayari sa family? They still continue to live as if na walang ano.
As if wala.
Tapos bigla na lang magagalit. Sasabog na lang.
Yeah.
Hindi ba kayo marunong magtipid? Hindi ba kayo nangyari ba yun sa inyo?
Well, mom ko hindi siya. Meron din. Pag talagang mataas na yung pressure, yung mom ko kasi very nice.
Oh.
So the one time na parang nag-snap siya sa akin, nagulat ako, parang bakit ganyan? Saan to nanggagaling?
Oh.
And I never really found out until much later kung saan meron palang problem at that time.
So guys, dapat pag-usapan talaga yung pera. Hindi naman in the sense na, uy, ipamukha sa atin na hirap na tayo. No, para magkaroon lang tayo ng realization. At the same time, it's an learning opportunity for the family
Actually,
to come together and to be stronger.
feeling ko as a child, mas lalaki yung value ng pera sa akin. And
Oh.
yung realidad kung gaano kahirap kumita ng pera. Yung realidad ng buhay. Sana, I would have wished na-appreciate ko yung protection,
Okay.
pero sana meron ding kahalong realidad para pagdating ko ng adulthood, mas prepared.
During that time, nung ginagawa mo yan, so, naging ano ka ba? Medyo magastos ka ba? Yan ba yung naging ano?
Well, malakas yung influence ng mom ko sa akin. So,
Okay.
matipid ako.
Okay.
But, alam mo yon yung minsan, nag-e-expect ka ng baon, nag-e-expect ka ng certain comforts, yung lifestyle, ina-expect mo yon. So, pag bumaba yung lifestyle ng konti, magtatampo ka. Pero yun, yung, in a way, parang medyo, hindi like siya super spoiled brat. Pero in a way, kung titingnan mo yung ilalim nun, ang bratty nung mentality eh. Kasi parang, I deserve this lifestyle. Bakit
Wow.
nag-iiba? Alam mo
Wow.
yung gano'n?
Pero again, magulang, hindi kasalanan ng anak ninyo kung ganun yun. Pero, ito lang po, pagka tinotolerate nyo naman ang ganong klaseng attitude naman ng mga bata, alam mo, sa panahon ngayon, honestly,
Tawa si Gigi.
hindi talaga. Ang hirap silang utusan. Pag sinabihan mo, ang sagot sa'yo, wait. Wait.
Wait.
Oo, di ba? Ay, nako, grabe talaga.
Yeah.
So, biggest financial mistake that you have made siguro nung when you were growing up, ano yun? Naalala mo ba?
I think until today, it's something I still fight until today.
Oh,
It's the habit of being too safe. Alam mo yun,
masyado
yung
kang
ipon.
conservative.
Ipon ka lang ng ipon ka ng ipon. Ayaw mo maglabas ng pera kasi
Ay.
takot ka baka masama.
Oh,
Yun yung struggle ko ngayon.
Wow.
Kaya sobrang nakakatulong din si Richard. Kasi
Oh.
he has more practical experience sa Chinese din siguro.
pero ano na nga nakausap ko si Richard. Ano nga nang medyo conservative na nga siya. Ikaw mas super conservative ka pa.
I think yung mas word doon is takot. Yung conservative, parang nice pa siya pakinggan. It's really takot.
Oh.
Kasi parang I remember meron akong, nung kakagraduate ko lang ng med school, and I earned a little bit of money kasi nagmo-modeling ako. So
Okay.
meron akong konting savings.
Okay.
I was doing well naman for someone of my age. Tapos yun yung time sa BGC, may mga condos na kaka-start pa lang. Yung may mga
Oh.
pre-selling. Kasi yung BGC dati, talahib lang yun eh. That was early 2000. And may nagsabi sa akin, bumili ka ng condo sa Serendra.
Uy, okay yun.
Sobrang mura. Well, now it's mura compared, it was less than 10M. Basta may ganon. Kaya ko siyang bilhin. But natakot ako.
Oh.
Kasi, it would cut my savings in, parang 3/4 ng savings makukuha, mawawala. And technically at the time, I was single, may income pa naman ako. In a way, looking back, feeling ko, kaya naman. Natakot lang ako.
Yeah.
And lalo na ngayon, sobrang nagtaas ng value yung BGC. So that was one of my regrets.
Uy guys, ito lang sabihin ko sa iyo. Hindi, ito lang. This is a learning lesson for all of us. Ang concern kasi ng tao, pag walang pera, ang feeling nila, ang sagot ay may pera. Kung wala kang trabaho, ang sagot, may trabaho. Kung mahina negosyo mo sagot, may benta. This is what I've realized. Nung wala kang pera, takot ka. Di ba? Maghirap.
Oo.
Nung nagkapera ka,
Takot din.
takot na maubos.
Yes.
Tama mali.
Yes.
Nung wala kang trabaho, takot ka na maghirap.
Oo.
Pero nung nagkatrabaho ka, ano yung next na takot mo?
Takot na baka mawala yung work.
Oo, hindi na
Tumigil
tumuloy.
yung-
Oo, di ba?
Tumigil yung income.
Ngayon, wala kang benta, takot ka. Ngayon, nagkabenta ka. Uy, laki na benta. Paano kung di na maulit? Ang issue, it's not money eh. It's not opportunity eh. It's not more sales eh. Alam mo yung problem? Fear. So, what's the opposite of fear? The question is, where do you put your faith? Is it on your money? Is it on your possession? Is it on your riches? Is it on your career? Or do you put your faith in God? Yun yung revelation sa akin. And honestly, pareho tayo eh. Ganun din ako.
Yeah.
Pero na grabe, ang laki ng nawala sa aking burden and stress.
Yun na.
Na naintindihan ko that I should not live in fear, but I should put my faith in God because He will never leave me nor forsake me. He will provide all my needs.
Totoo yan, actually. Very interesting actually nung nag-showbiz na ako. Then nagkakapera. And then I was wondering anong gagawin ko with this nagka-savings ako ulit. So parang ano nang gagawin ko with this. But yun nga, but because of fear and hindi ko rin masyado kilala si God that time. Parang I don't know what to do. So I was praying for somebody to help me.
Okay.
Kasi parang I think yung fear ko din na na-realize ko, it came from watching my dad na minsan he would spend, he would take risks, pero yung balik, hindi din maganda. So, kaya rin ako,
Nalulugi.
Parang yun yung nakita ko. So, ayoko mangyari sa akin yun. Eventually naman, umokay din naman yung dad ko. But siguro kasi nag-stick sa mind ko yung
Totoo.
ganun. So, I had to break that fear.
Alam mo yung mga ganun na issues na hindi natin napapansin. Ang tawag doon financial trauma. And financial trauma untreated will become money wounds. Yun na
Parang na-mention ni Novi yan.
Oo.
Yeah, oo.
Nagigets?
Money wounds.
Oo. So, pag
Yeah.
hindi mo hinil kasi ang wound, mag-ano siya, di ba doktora ka,
Oo.
mag-i-infect.
Oo. Lalala. And then
Oo.
eventually, mamamatay yung whole part kung hahayaan mo talaga siya.
Actually, yun din yung naging issue rin namin eh. Guys, kwentuhan lang kami, no? Pasensya na kayo. I know it's a time of yung financial trauma ko when I was young, yung both of my parents, they argue about money in front of us. So, sobra kaming stress nung bata kami kasi feeling namin na maghihiwalay sila. And then, without me knowing, hindi na deal yun sa akin.
Okay.
Nung kinasal kami ni Novi, dinala ko yan sa marriage ko. Paano? Whenever she talks to me about money, yung decisions, alam mo, SOP, sagot ko, ikaw na bahala.
Para hindi ka mag-away.
Kasi natatakot ako, baka pag magkaroon kami disagreement, mag-away kami katulad nun.
Yeah.
Pero alam mo, naging yung effect. Since minsan nagkakamali siya, nasisisi ko rin siya. Nagigets mo?
How refreshing for you to admit that.
Hindi, pero it's a cycle eh.
Yeah.
It's a cycle.
Oo.
Pag hindi mo trinit talaga, yung parang pinakaayaw mo,
Oo. Yun yung nangyayari.
nangyayari ulit.
Actually ngayon, parang ngayon lang ako, nag-open na kami. Nakakatulong actually si Richard kasi parang naging example din siya. Parang another example of taking risks, pero matalinong risks.
Calculated. Oo.
Kasi siya rin, he had his own share of yung mga pagkakamali din sa pera, na natuto din siya. So, nung nakita ko na nag-i-invest siya when we bought property, naglalabas. Parang for me, kung ako lang yon,
Wow,
parang
hindi mo gagawin yun.
Too much risk. Pero yun nga, dahil nga din siya, OC siya. So, kinalculate din niya, this is the income that's coming in. Parang, kumbaga, hindi lang siya risk na hindi nag-iisip.
Yeah.
Meron din palang basis.
Yeah.
Although you can't control everything.
Yes.
Pero at least, parang kumbaga, may nalatag din naman kahit papaano.
Yeah.
So doon, nakaka-relax din.
Yeah, ito lang, for learning purposes also. Number one, paano mo malalaman na it's worth taking the risk? Ikaw, sa palagay mo, paano malaman it's worth taking the risk?
Well, yung sa amin, like when we got the property, parang yung income namin na more or less what we can predict na papasok, kaya naman kaming i-sustain kahit maglabas kami ng Kasi hindi kami nag-loan.
Oo.
So, labas talaga siya.
Okay.
So, we had to make sure, yung si Richard, para nakita naman niya na, yung pumapasok naman, kaya kaming i-sustain even if we maglabas kami ng gano'n na pera.
That's good. That's good. And the second basis also, aside from that, ito yung parating tanong that will help everyone also. Just in case you made a mistake, can you recover? Yan yung parating tanong mo.
Absolutely.
Like for example, let's talk about, let's say, 100,000. Ang i-risk mo, 10,000 for a new venture. Just in case you lose the 10,000, can you recover? You take the risk.
Good point.
Take the risk.
Yeah.
Pero pag sina 100K, wala na, hindi ka na makaka-recover, mahirap. Hindi ka dapat mag-take ng ganung risk.
Sa amin din kasi, yung binili namin, wala ko namang sinasabing walang talo, but it's very hard. Kasi, ano na siya lupa. So, it's an investment na more or less we were very sure na lahat ng requirements na fulfill ng property na yun, kasi yung mga kailangan nandun. So, it was a good risk also na hindi siya parang investment na pwedeng mawala.
Tama.
Andun na siya eh.
Hard asset yan eh. At saka ang kagandahan yan, ito yun, kahit utangin nyo yan in reality.
Yun, isa pa.
Kahit utangin nyo yan because the interest rate and the appreciation or capital appreciation can beat the interest rate. Pag ganun siya, huwag kayong matakot. Paano ka naman napasok sa movies?
From Dr. Labo, di ba?
At saka TV, oo.
That's a pera. Sorry. No, real talk lang. I mean, to be honest, di ba, ang ganda ng doktor, you think you'll be rich, ganyan. That's so not true, not in all cases.
Yeah.
Majority of the cases, the doctors that get rich, very resourceful yan. Marunong gumawa ng paraan yan, or very, very specialized sila. So ako, hindi naman ako yung valedictorian or whatever. Na-realize ko yung sahod ng starting doctor, hindi kaya yung aking lifestyle. So, parang, oh my God, anong kailangan kong gawin? So, naisip ko na mag-sideline. I still did modeling on the side. So, meron akong job and then nagmo-model ako. And then, feeling ko si God lang talaga yung gumalaw kasi yung commercial ko, nakita ni Mr. M ng Star Magic. So, he was still heading Star Magic that time sa ABS-CBN. Tapos, pinatawag niya ako. So, ako very rare yun. Sobrang blessed ko talaga. Very rare daw yun na nagpapatawag.
Oo. Parati nag-audition mga tao.
Pipila ka daw talaga.
Totoo.
So, parang, I was so grateful for that. Yun yung start. Parang tinanong niya, are you interested? Tapos yun, nagtuloy-tuloy na siya. Siyempre, interested ako kasi nung sinabi sa akin yung first, hindi kalakihan yung aking first paycheck, but it was definitely more than what I was making sa medicine. And it would really help. Kasi yung family ko din at that time, hindi pa super nakaka-recover dun sa
Losses.
like a financial problem.
Oo.
Okay naman kami, pero syempre adult na ako noon. Ayoko nang maging burden dun. Ayoko nang humingi sa parents ko.
Ilan taon ka na? 20?
27 na ako noon.
Uy! So, na-discover ka 27?
Late na, no?
Ah.
Yun ang nasabi sa akin ni Mr. M, parang, oh my God, you're an old lady.
But you don't look like one.
I love Mr. M. Alam mo, ganyan lang siya, pero gusto ko yung pagka-brutal niya.
Hindi, humor yun eh.
Tsaka
Humor
hindi
niya
siya-
yun eh.
Oo. Tsaka hindi siya sugar coating.
Oo.
Gusto ko yun. Na-learn ko na gustuhan yun.
At saka, I had the pleasure also to work with Mr. M eh.
Oo, talaga.
Oo naman, di ba sa
Oo.
palibasan,
Ay,
laki mga
oo
guesting.
nga.
So, titingnan ka from ulo. Gaganon lang yun. Di ba? Gaganon lang
Man
yun.
of few words.
Oo, gabi.
Pero pag may words, talagang ano.
Oo. So, right now, sige, yung sa showbiz mo, yun, kumikita ka na, di ba? Nung maayos, nakakaipon ka na ba during the time?
Oo. Ipon. Magaling ako mag-ipon. Walang problema sa akin ng ipon.
Ang problema mo.
Investment yung
Oo.
labas. Oo. As in.
So, grabe. So, hindi ka pala nakakapag-invest noon during that time.
Oo, so I think nung nakaipon na ako ng a certain amount, nag-invest ako in property in Cagayan de Oro.
Oh.
Kasi medyo mas mura yung land
Oo.
value that time.
Oo.
Tapos sabi yun, I kept hearing na land is one of the safest choice.
Totoo.
So, syempre, dun ako sa safe.
Hindi, pero yun nga, yung binili mo before, tumaas na yung price.
Tumaas na.
Oh, di ba?
Pero maliit lang siya.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Kasi yun nga, guys, tatandaan nyo lang, for educational purposes only, the goal of pag-iipon, okay lang, pagiging imponaryo. Pero you don't put your money there. Kasi lumiliit yung halaga ng pera.
Hindi mo siya tinatago sa ilalim ng baul.
Oo.
Ganun ako eh. Yun yung wiring ko from before. Yun yung
Mm.
ina-unlearn ko ngayon na wag mo lang siya itago sa loob ng baul or sa bangko.
At saka ito lang, FYI, no? Minsan kasi yung security kasi rin sa ng tao. Nakikita nila sa bank account.
Oo. Pag may cash
Oo,
na
oo,
accessible.
oo.
Totoo yan.
Alam mo, guys, let me tell you this truth. It's really very deceiving. Hindi ko naman sabing ubusin nyo. Be responsible in the sense, number one, create an emergency fund. Di ba yung emergency fund, at least 6 months to 1 year?
Yeah.
Kahit
Your
na walang
income.
pumasok na pera, tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang buhay. That's number one.
Totoo.
Then number two, yung excess nun, doon ka na pwedeng ng investment. Pero right now, ano yung biggest financial lesson that you have learned from working in the entertainment industry? I'm sure may natutunan
Biggest
ka.
financial lesson. Ang bilis mo kasing mapalitan. Yun kasi yung nangyayari sa maraming artista. When you have a show, maraming pasok.
Oo.
Hindi ko alam kung ano nangyayari sa utak mo, pero parang feeling ko, forever nang ganon. Hindi.
Mm.
There's going to be months, may ibang artista, 1 year. Alam mo yun, matagal bago ka magkaroon ng show
Next project.
na regular ulit.
Oo.
It's very rare na tuloy-tuloy.
Oh, just give us a perspective, no? Yung pinaka-minimum na pwedeng kitain ng isang talent, ng isang artista, per taping, pinakamaliit. 5K,
Pinakamaliit.
10K.
Extras could, I'm not sure ngayon
Not with
pero,
extras. Kunyari, bit player ka.
bit
oo.
player. 3, 5?
3,000, 5,000.
Mm-mm.
Pero yung mga, yung highly paid na, mga magkano pwedeng
6
kita?
digits na yun
Oh,
per day.
Per day.
Mm.
So yun na,
Hindi ako
guys.
yun
Well, ang sinasabi ko lang, yun yung deception and illusion. Deception and illusion, na ay, anyway, kumikita naman ako, let's say, 50K per taping. 50K, okay. How many tapings normally ang nangyayari in a
would say, before it was like 3 times a week.
Wow, that's 150 per week. 150 times 4, that's around 600,000 a month. Tapos yung teleserye, it runs, yung pinakamahaba sa'yo,
6 months.
6 months. Oh, that's around 3
That's a lot.
3 plus million. Ano pa lang yun? Taping pa lang yun. Wala pa yung mga ibang gigs. So, kaya nga minsan nakikita, nagbibilang sila.
Yeah.
May papasok
And
pa ako.
Parang nalulula ka. Pag, yun din feeling ko mahirap pag biglang bumagsak sa'yo yung pera and you're not ready to
Ready.
handle it. Ang dami mong binibili. Ang daming temptations to buy all these things.
Oh.
A new phone, a branded bag. Actually, not to naman the industry, but hindi naman ikaw tinututukan ng baril to do it. Pero may
course.
konting pressure na, dapat bumili ka ng ganito kasi artista ka na. You have to buy a 50,000 peso bag. Parang, ano mo yun? Ako, well, thank you to my mom. Kasi siya yung nag-set ng foundations na hanggang ngayon naiilang pa rin talaga ako pag yung bag ko medyo thousands
Oh.
nakakailang. But there is that pressure and I can imagine kung bata ka
Oo.
or wala kang any financial education, pag binigyan ka ng ganon, malulula ka talaga, mapapabili ka kasi feeling mo forever yun. And I think, sadly, that's one of the reasons why some artists naghihirap.
They end up,
After.
oo.
Oo, kasi hindi nila naisip na may pag-ganon talaga. Lalo na kung nag-peak ka, i-assume mo. Actually, yun yung one of the biggest things that Mr. M told me.
Ano?
Pag mag-peak ka, don't assume you're gonna stay there.
Okay.
Parang give it 3 to 5 years, babagsak ka din. There will be a decline.
Okay.
So, sobra ko na-appreciate na honesty, Mr. M, na may ganon. Parang feeling ko, sabi niya sa akin, tingin ko yung peak mo, mga nasa 3 to 5 years. Ginanon niya talaga ako,
And nangyari?
Yan nangyari.
Wow.
Well, I also got married. Meron din mga personal decisions at the time. Pero from the time that he told me, nag-peak na ako within 3 years. And then from there, medyo doon na yung nag-lay low na ako sa showbiz. So yung income ko from showbiz went down din around the same time.
Most unforgettable teleserye you done?
Immortal.
Oo.
Yung vampira.
Grabe, no?
Masaya nun.
Parang ano yun eh.
I love.
Grabe yun. Ang galing mo dun.
That's the most fun. Ang saya kasi. Kita mo ba sa face ko? Tuwan-tuwa ako. Tuwan-tuwa ako sa experience na yun kasi may action, wala masyadong drama. Nakakapagod kaya umiyak.
So hindi siya drama, no?
Drama siya, pero may action. Alam mo yun, hindi siya yung heavy drama na sampalan, iyakan.
Unforgettable movie that you've done naman.
Movie? Ako not so much for the movie itself, pero natuwa ako while working with John Lloyd. Ang galing niya eh.
Talaga.
Ang galing-galing niya talaga.
What do you say?
Very
Paano magaling in a sense?
Yung mata niya, ano eh, not all actors have it. I mean, there are other actors naman, pero siya, medyo bago pa ako sa industry eh. For the first time na nakaharap ko siya, yung mata niya, parang ang lalim na I didn't really need to act much. Kasi yung mata
Nadadala
niya,
ka.
oo, nadadala. Yun yung term.
Wow.
Iba yung lalim ng mata niya. Sobra kong na-appreciate. And even when I was starting, kabadong-kabado ko kasi John Lloyd siya eh. But because of, yung parang nagiging character talaga siya.
Wow.
Kung sino yung character niya, yun siya. Nagiging ganun. Even the eyes. So, sobrang hindi ko makalimutan.
Galing. So, right now, let's talk about naman, syempre, you mentioned 3 years nag-peak and then after that, you made the decision to settle, di ba? So, tell us about your short version ng love story ni Richard and Maricar.
Short version. Nag-meet kami, umalis siya. Bumalik siya, tapos naging kami. That's
Sobrang short naman yan.
Hindi kasi he was as a good man should, he was trying to make sure kung ako ba talaga ang gusto niya. So, nung sure na siya, ayan na. But, yun nga, when we got married, nag-showbiz pa ako, very active. Pero yun nga, alam namin, both of us, parang, ever since naman gusto ko magkaroon ng business. Pero yun nga, sobra akong takot, di ba? And I knew na hindi naman ako, like, super born leader. So, he wanted to set up a business kasi alam namin na yung showbiz, hindi naman yan panghabang buhay, di ba?
Yeah.
Hindi siya consistently ganun. So, we thought na, siya din, with his Chinese roots, alam niya na negosyo talaga yung sagot. So, yun. Kaya kami napunta sa cake. Gusto nga niya beef noodles. Kasi, di ba, chef siya. He cooked with his dad for so many years. Ang gusto niya beef noodles, kami, tsaka yung business partner namin, mas bias namin cake. So, in fairness naman sa kanya, bumigay naman siya.
Okay, let's talk. Before we talk about full-blown naman sa negosyo, siguro, meron ba kayong, syempre, in a relationship, disagreement? Especially when it comes to finances, meron ba kayong disagreement?
In fairness naman, with finances, not so.
Hmm.
Kasi sobra kong nilagay yung trust sa kanya in terms of money. Kasi
Okay.
nakita ko eh. Sobra kong, I mean, I thought I was good kasi magaling ako mag-ipon. Pero ibang level siya. Kasi not only does he save, he plans, and ang dami rin niyang sariling mistakes from the past na ang dami niya natutunan. So every time I'm with him and we talk about money, lagi ako may napipick up sa kanya.
Wow.
So ako parang, sa'yo na yan. Gladly.
Oo.
Sa'yo na yan.
So, kasi nga sa buhay mag-asawa, mga friendship, no, it's very important for you to understand sino ba dapat ang humawak ng pera. Oo, si Mrs. ba o si Mr.? Okay. Sa inyo,
Siya.
oo. Ang ibig sabihin po ni Miss Maricar, hindi yung lalaki. Kung sino man ang gifted,
Yes.
marunong.
And I think important din, kasi when we came together, talagang tiningnan namin kung sino yung may evidence. Hindi lang yung sabi-sabi na, ako mas magaling, ikaw mas magaling. Meron talagang pruweba. Parang we talked about our lives, how we handled money, ganyan. Tapos nakikita niya ako yung patterns ko. So based on our evidence, kung paano kami gumalaw in the past, dun kami nagkaroon ng desisyon na, okay naman ako, pero mas gifted siya.
Yeah. Pero alam mo, ito nga, you started a blog site called Relationship Matters.
Yeah.
Ano ba yung nag-trigger dito?
Kasi away kami na away. Hindi. Loud naman, di ba? But yeah, that's true actually. Partially true kasi nagka-clash talaga kami yun, di ba? Pag
Talaga?
sa umpisa, di ba, lovey-lovey pa. But pag nagsama na kayo sa isang bahay, iba na eh. Yung personalities nyo, lumalabas talaga. So, nung we started vlogging about, vlog pa nga nun eh, written, hindi pa vlog eh. We started vlogging about our fights, tapos ang dami nakaka-relate.
Oo.
So sabi ni Erickson, yung manager namin, na write a book, plus set up a page para marami rin kayong masishare and may matututunan din kayo from the readers.
Wow. Ano yung isa sa siguro ang unforgettable na moment na, yun nga, because of your experience, nakatulong sa mga followers and readers niyo?
I think nakatulong yung belief ni Richard na yung bumukod. Di ba very un-Chinese? Di ba Chinese, di ba you stay in a compound or sa amin din, Filipinos, we like to stay together. Pero siya, tinuruan din siya ng mga mentors niya na bumukod para you can create your own family. Sobrang nag-resonate yun sa readers namin.
Wow.
Kasi ngayon lang na, through the years, nakita niya, kasi ang galing niya mag-observe ng patterns. A lot of the financial problems or a lot of the away nung pag-asawa, biyanan, ganyan, complaints, naaayos or at least nababawasan like 80-90% kung bumukod.
Oh.
So, yun, yung mga, minsan may batugan na kapatid na nakaasa dun sa isang kapatid na masipag. So, kung bumukod sila and really focus on their own family, there are a lot of cases na napipilitan mag-rise up yung
Totoo.
batugan. Kasi
Totoo.
wala nang sumusustento sa kanya. So, may
Wow.
mga ganun
Wow.
na kwento.
Guys, kung kayo ay this is really powerful, no? Powerful in the sense, may pamilya kasi na may mga addiction, either gambling.
Yeah. In general.
In
addiction,
general, oo.
yes.
Pero nung nag-counseling kami, meron kaming opportunity nagkaroon ng counseling. Alam mo sinabi ng counselor, galing eh. Ang problema hindi yung addict, hindi yung dependent. Ang problema yung enabler ng addict.
Alam mo, yun yung sinasabi na, pag nagla-live kami, yun yung parang broken record saying ko. Walang magiging, yung batugan yan kasi may nag-e-empower. Yung breadwinner, yung susi actually is with the breadwinner. If the breadwinner will just be strong and just tough love din siya.
Totoo.
It's still love.
Oo.
It's still love to, hanggang dito lang ibibigay ko ha. Kasi more than that, kayo na. Kasi adults na kayo. Hindi naman kayo PWD or
Tama.
hindi naman kayo can still work. May mga PWD nga, parang hindi PWD kung umasta eh.
Totoo.
They still work, they still do what needs to be done. So yun, ang lagi kong sinasabi, pag may mga ganyang conversations, yung susi talaga na sa breadwinner.
Yeah,
na
yung-
maging strong to set boundaries.
I like what you mentioned about tough love eh. And the best tough love na we can really, yung parang learn from is the story of the prodigal son. Bakit? Kasi naka-focus lang yung story yung sa mabuting anak na nagtampo at yung suway na anak na inubos yung kayamanan. But they fail to focus on the third most important character, that is the father. Kasi you just need to understand, during that time, yung ano na yon, yung place na yon, napakaliit. Ano lang eh, town lang yan eh. Lahat magkakakilala. Mayaman yung tatay. Umabot na sa point na kumakain ng kaning baboy. So sa parang ano lang yan, illustration purposes. Imagine mo a billionaire, like for example, si Henry C. Sample lang to, hindi to totoo. Bigla na lang nagkaanok na waldas, naubos. Ngayon nasa EDSA, nagiging tao grasa na lang. Di ba?
Yun yung nangyari dun sa prodigal
Hindi
son.
niya tinulungan. Ay, ang tanong, ano sasabihin ng tao kay Henry C. na isang bilyonaryo na may-ari ng mga malls?
Oo, grabe ka naman, ba't di mo tinulungan?
Pero tiniis niya eh. Tiniis niya eh.
Pwede niya pasundo.
O pwede niya pasundo, pwede niya tulungan para i-shelter, pero hindi. Pero kailan niya tinulungan? Nung bumalik na yung anak, in that story of the prodigal son, please accept me not as your son, but as a slave. During that time, pag ikaw ay alipin, wala kang karapatan. Pag namatay nga sa last will and testament ng amo, na you will be buried kasama, you'll be buried alive pagkasama yun sa last will and testament. Yes, that was the context.
Wow.
So, nung nakita ng kanyang father na truly he repented, doon ni-restore. Diba?
Parang kumbaga, tumulong na siya nung
Oo,
nag-change na yung heart.
Oo, ganun.
Actually.
So, ganun din yung guys, let me tell you this. Ang problema, uulitin ko, hindi yung mga dependents. Ang problema kung sino ang nagto-tolerate.
Actually. I mean, I won't like name names, but may kilala ako na siya yung, hindi naman siya breadwinner, pero laging siya yung takbuhan ng family pag may financial problem.
Oo,
Tapos iiyakan siya. And then it always seems like emergency.
tama.
Tapos, syempre, malambot siya, bibigay siya. Pero yun nga, the moment na may kumausap sa kanya, na sinabi nga niya na, actually, ikaw ang problema kasi you're enabling their, buhay pa na. Yun yung fear niya eh, parang baka mamatay sila kung wala ako. Ganon. Tapos, eventually, when this person actually stopped giving, humanap ng paraan. Napilitang humanap ng paraan yung mga humihingi sa
Mm.
kanya. Buhay pa naman sila hanggang ngayon.
Hindi, not only that, Miss Maricar, at saka taong nakikinig.
Mm-mm.
Kasi minsan meron tayong false guilt eh. Na kumikita ka na maayos, mas maayos ang katayo mo sa buhay. Tapos sila medyo kapos. Yung parang habang
It's your
kumakain ka,
obligation.
parang kumakain ka, naku, hindi pa yata sila kumakain. False burden siya.
Parang nakikita ko sa Facebook minsan yung bago mo isubo yan, isipin mo lahat ng mga nagugutom sa Somalia. Parang gano'n.
Oo, di ba? At saka ito lang, para sa mga taong, if you want to be released from that false burden, at kung may issue ka niyan, I want everyone, at the count of 3, let's look at the palm of our hands. 1, 2, 3. Tignan mo, Miss Maricar. May butas ba sa gitna?
Wala.
O hindi ka si Jesus, hindi ka tagapagligtas.
Tama.
Di ba?
Ayun nga.
We're not the savior.
Yeah.
We need to learn how to redirect yung mga dependents natin to depend on God, not on
Actually,
us.
oo nga eh. Ikaw din ang nagki-keep from them
Totoo.
knowing the real person who will save them.
Totoo.
Oo, kasi ikaw lagi sumasalo.
So right now, let's talk about naman, syempre, from becoming from a doctor, yan nga, sa movies. Right now, you're a full-fledged entrepreneur. Negosyante ka na.
Oo. May pagka-vlogger minsan.
Oh, paano
But
naman
yeah.
to? You mentioned kasi, di ba, na talagang gusto mo talagang magnegosyo. Bakit? What inspired you?
Honestly, it's the mas consistent. I
Mm.
feel like long-term mas stable.
Mhm.
It's something na mas dependable kasi in a way, hawak mo siya eh. Siyempre may risks yan kasi hawak mo nga siya, pero nasa iyo din yung, kumbaga, the burden of it succeeding or not.
Mhm.
So, hindi siya, mas madali yung showbiz in a way, technically, kasi
Oo.
papasok ka lang, gagawin mo
Oo.
yung work. Mahirap din naman si showbiz. But in terms of the responsibility, mas malaki sa pagiging entrepreneur. So, iba. Iba yung challenge.
So, when you started, in-start mo, di ba, food ka na right from the start, right?
Oo. Yun yung
Oo.
bias ko.
Oh, ano yung product na dinevelop mo? Yung chocolate na?
Yeah, we developed a chocolate cake kasi, well, we wanted to partner with someone who was already producing a chocolate cake na masarap. Eh, hindi siya open to partnership with
Okay.
us. So, nag-decide kami na, total may talent naman sa food si Richard. So, gawa na lang kami na sarili. Kasi yun na yun siya. It took about a year.
Yeah.
1 year to make that recipe na, in fairness naman, since 2015, eh, okay pa rin siya.
So, noong 2015, when you started that, di ba, nung start yan, syempre, lahat ng negosyo, hindi naman ganun kaano eh. So, kailan yung point na sinabi mo, uy, nag-struggle ba kayo? Or talagang bumenta na talagang malakas agad?
I think yun yung blessing nung pagiging showbiz.
Ay, oo, may unfair advantage ka.
Thank you, Lord. But, that was one of the things, when we were starting, yun yung hindi namin masyado challenge, marketing.
Okay.
Kasi naalala nga namin, one of our first guestings in our first year was Chris TV. May Chris TV
Oy,
ba?
grabe yun!
Grabe yung reach noon. Tapos, di ba, pag sinabi niyang masarap, di lahat ng tao gusto i-try. In fairness naman, that really helped. The challenge with us is actually sustaining.
Yun.
And then, nakita ko, marami palang negosyo ang ganun. Nung nag-open kami ng store sa isang mall, grabe yung peak at first.
Okay.
But then, magwa-wane, bababa din yung sales kasi na-try na nila eh. So, you have to find a way to keep it nasa utak pa rin ng tao at gusto pa rin balik-balikan.
Yeah, just
Yun yung
to,
challenge.
for your educational purposes, yung 5 stages kasi ng business. 5 stages. First is survival. 'Di ba? Yung paano ka mabubuhay. Ang next stage mo is stability. 'Di ba? Yung stable na nababayaran mo na yung pangailangan mo. And after that, kumikita ka ng konti. Pero third stage, scalability, scale. Yung papalaguin, papalakihin mo na.
Yeah.
And then, ang 4th stage after scalability is success. When you see success, yung naka-autopilot na yung ano mo, yung business mo. And yung fifth stage, yun yung significance. Significance in terms of you're making so much money, successful ka na, hindi na yung iniisip yung sarili, iniisip mo, how can you help others already?
That's a nice place to be in.
Yes, kaya nga, ang tanong ko, based on this level, nasaan na ngayon ang business mo?
Parang nasa gitna kami ng, parang feeling ko nasa scale, yung, ano yung
scalability and success.
Andun pa.
Oo.
Siguro, I would put it, if I will be conservative, and I usually am, more of sa scalability pa. Feeling ko dun kami, we're still learning doon sa area na yon kung paano pa siya lalong palaguin. Kasi we're very Metro Manila based. So, yun yung challenge sa amin kasi yung cakes namin frozen.
Kaya nga.
So, paano siya makarating sa mas maraming lugar?
Okay. So, Maricar, you've been also known for a woman of faith. Sa dami ng mga pinagdaanan mo, challenges mo sa buhay. So, how does your faith influence you as a person?
I feel it has... I can't say I'm there yet, but ang hirap kasi magsabi na I am like this kasi I feel like I'm such a work in progress. But definitely, nabawasan yung praning ko. Very mukha kong kalmado sa harap. For many years, people think I'm so calm, I'm so peaceful. Pero sa loob, ang daming gulo. Ang daming need na magpanggap because I feel like, I have to look this way so that people will love me or people will like me. So, very calming ang faith. Kasi, syempre, di ba si God, He's teaching you na, anak, mahal kita. Kahit ganyan ka, kahit ang dami mong sablay, mahal kita.
Ano yung biggest insecurity mo sa buhay?
Hindi ako magaling sa business.
Kaya pala.
Really, alam mo, insecurity ko, siguro kasi growing up, lagi akong, feels mayabang pero lagi akong sinasabihan na maganda ako.
Okay.
So, I always wanted to be known for something other than that. Di ba kung ano yung di ba ang kulot gusto straight gusto kulot. Alam mo? So, I've been complimented on how I look, pero ako gusto ko sana ma-compliment ako on my skills, sana sabihan ako na magaling ako sa work, alam mo yung gano'n. So, yun yung insecurity ko. When I was starting to earn, nakita ko na, hindi pala ako magaling magnegosyo. Para masyado akong takot, masyado akong conservative. Hindi ako natural leader. So, yun yung parang, dapat ganun ako. I would always have that thinking na dapat ganito.
So, in other words, I do believe, no matter how successful a person is, meron pa silang tinatawag na self-impostor syndrome. When you say self-impostor syndrome, yung parang, ikaw nagdududa ka sa sarili mo kung kaya mo.
Oo naman. All the time.
Di ba?
Especially before.
Kahit na people acknowledge you, kaya mo yan. Pero pag ikaw mismo, di ba? Kaya hindi siya guys ito lang if you're like that, hindi abnormal yan. It's a normal way of thinking. Pero yun nga, very important, once you are on that way of thinking, you have to tell yourself na hindi siya tama. Kasi pag in-entertain mo,
totoo. Kailangan hindi mo siya iniisip. Parang ngayon I'm much better at this now than before. But whenever I have those thoughts na, totoo ba yan? Ka-counter mo siya agad na hindi. Di ba? Bago ka na Parang, yes, I have made these mistakes in the past. Pero now, if I make a mistake again, ibabangon ako. It will not define who I am.
Yeah.
I'm still me. I still have my foundations in Him. So, yun, mas nakaka-calm ako. Plus, meron ako, lalo na I get these thoughts when, magsispeak ako sa stage.
Okay.
Or usually it happens pag may public engagement, ganyan. Parang, pag iniisip ko yun, I also think na, stop thinking about yourself. Kasi actually, you're being quite selfish.
Totoo.
Iniisip mo sarili mo, how am I going to look in front of them?
Yes.
Ang mas maganda palang thinking was, how are you gonna serve them?
Wow.
So, yun, nakakakalma pala yun. Kasi, okay, it's not about me pala. It's about the people I'm going to be talking to.
Galing.
So, yun.
Alam mo, super powerful yan. Parang sa sales lang yan Ang sa sales, huwag mo isipin kung magkano kikitain mo. Ang sa sales, isipin mo paano mo sila masaserve.
Correct.
Paano mo masasolve ang problem nila. Kasi pag nasolve mo yung problem nila, makakabenta ka.
Totoo. Parang think of it as parang extra benefit.
Yeah.
Yung sales from serving them.
Yung parang yung sinabi ni Zig Ziglar that I can never forget and I live by up to this very day is just help enough other people to get what they want in life and you will also get what you want in life. Ang goal mo is sila.
Yeah.
Hindi yung yung makukuha mo. Kaya dapat hindi yung sabihin nila.
Napaka-selfish pa. I forgot who was the first person who told me. Pero yun nga parang pag kinakabahan ka, pag nai-insecure ka, you're actually being very self-centered.
Self-centered ka.
Oo nga. Yung pagpapasok ka sa party, feeling mo all eyes are on you. Not all eyes are on you. Not really.
Naman.
Ganon, di ba?
At saka yung parang, ito pa isang revelation sa akin that really helped me a lot. Na, kasi di ba, may nagsasabi, uy, yung mga mayayaman, successful, pinagmamalaki nila, kayamanan nila, connection nila, di ba, yung mga na-achieve nila. Di ba, pinagmamalaki nila yun.
Oo.
Pero yung mga mahihirap, ano naman pinagmamalaki? Oo, 'di ba? Wala kami pinag-aralan,
Oo.
mahirap lang ako,
Oo.
wala akong connection, na hindi nila namamalayan. Pareho rin, it's bragging also. Nagigets mo? Iba lang
Ah,
yung binabrag.
oo, parang,
Yung isa binabrag yung success, yung isa
Yeah.
binabrag yung failure.
oo. Pero actually, they don't think it's bragging kasi
Yeah, kasi nga wala sila.
parang minamaliit
Oo.
na.
So that's what God revealed to me na parang oo nga no. Kasi they put their faith in power, fame, success. Ito naman, they put their faith and financial situation in, yun nga.
Ang mahirap din sa ganung mentality. Kasi I have that. I mean, I didn't really brag about like mahirap or whatever. But I would brag about, hindi ako magaling sa ganito, hindi ako
Oo,
magaling sa ganyan.
ganun din yun eh.
So, I didn't think na bragging siya ha. In fairness, you're the
Oo.
first person to tell me na in a way bragging siya. Pero parang, yun nga pagiging, that's exactly what will keep you there eh.
Oo nga.
So, the more I think na, ganito ka lang, hindi ka mahalaga,
Oo.
mas lalo akong hindi maghahanap ng way.
Mm.
Pag nakaganon akong mindset, mas lalong hindi ako naghahanap ng way para umahon.
Mm. I hope na, guys, hindi yung bragging, baka mali lang yung term na ginamit ko, pero yung parang, gusto ko lang sabihin, yung parang, ang pinagmamalaki ng ibang tao ay kayamanan, tagumpay. Ito naman, pinagyayabang at
Parang ginagawa nilang identity
Oo.
nila yon. And I'm not saying this to judge kasi I also
Lahat
have
naman
that,
tayo
but
ganun.
Yeah. Parang ito ako ito
Oo.
lang ako Pero
Yeah.
yun nga parang the more I think that way, the more hindi talaga ako makakaalis doon.
Yeah. So, guys, alam mo, itong session natin na ito, it's really, very revealing. Pero, one final question regarding sa faith mo.
Mm-mm.
I'm sure maraming tayong mga pagkakamali sa buhay. Ako, nagkakamali ako. And, how do you recover from a mistake?
Oh, haha. You really have to, be open to face the mistake.
Mhm.
Yung talagang, hindi mo i-sugarcoat yung sarili mo, harapin mo yung ginawa mong mali. Kasi a lot of times, nalulung din ako nakaka-addict ang comfort. So pag lagi kang kino-comfort, okay lang yan, mali lang yan, yung lang.
Oo, at saka, biktima ka lang, di ba?
Yes.
Oo.
Making it smaller than it really, well, don't make it bigger than it really is, Pero just really look at your mistake and this is what I did wrong.
Okay.
And then from there, wag ka rin mag-stop there.
Okay.
Yung from there, mo siya, parang kailangan mo i-reassess yung foundations mo. Kasi from that mistake, kaya ka nagkamali, lalo na sa case ko, kaya ako nagkamali ng malaki, is because my foundations were wrong. Yung foundations ko is how I see myself, how I look in front of other people. Kaya ako panggap ng panggap, I would make little lies, ganyan. Kaya sumabog din yung buhay ko It was accumulation, parang lahat ng small little lies added up, tas hanggang sumabog siya. So from there, dun ko nakita na, okay, there's something wrong with the way I'm living my life. So kailangan kong palitan yung pundasyon na yun. Andun, in fairness naman kay God, na
galing, no?
siya yung saktong fit for the hole that was there.
Wow. Amazing. So, because of that, you wrote actually 2 books.
Yeah.
The first book mo na yung kay mag-asawa, ano yung first book na sinulat nyo?
The first book was, in 2017, nirelease namin 10 Things We Fight About. So, kaming dalawa ni Richard yon, and literally, 10 things, 10 away yun na nakasulat. At kung may isa nga doon, naka-mention kayo doon. May isang away doon, pumunta kami sa inyo
Oo nga.
Pero yun, we really wrote real fights may real details talaga doon para makita din ng mga tao na hindi sila nag-iisa, hindi siya.
Totoo.
That's the worst thing to feel pag down ka, na ako lang yung ganito, ako lang yung may ganitong problema, I'm the only one who's low like this. Hindi naman. So, yun. Plus, yun nga, we're very blessed na may mga mentors kami na ang dami namin natutunan from them. Tapos, in-apply namin para makita din nila practically paano i-apply yung mga principles na yun pag nag-aaway.
And then, yung second book? Your
Second
personal book.
yung personal book ko na more of internal journey naman yun.
Oo.
Lalo na I wrote it with women in mind, pero nagugulat ako na minsan may mga lalaki na
Oo.
nagbabasa. Pero kasi I think it was edited by Richard.
Kaya
Kaya-
medyo may male,
Oo, may
Male
isang
voice.
lalaki. Oo, may isang lalaki nga nagsabi na parang hindi siya girly book.
Mm.
Very straight to the point, which I appreciate with men na.
Mm.
Very logical, straight to the point. And that's how it is. Hindi siya yung parang may walling.
Yeah,
Na
yeah.
ganon. So, that's yung personal journey na yon. It was really for women who are, yung may bitterness. Men can also get bitter, pero yung pansin ko sa mga babae, marami din silang kinikimkim na
Yeah.
sama ng loob.
Yeah.
Kasi siguro ayaw nila magsalita, ayaw nila makasakit.
At saka nakakahiya.
Nakakahiya din.
Mm-mm.
So, yun. Parang I wrote it for them na not everyone went through what I went through. But
Mm.
everyone feels siguro the same emotions.
Yeah.
So, sana makatulong.
Alam mo, ultimately, lahat tayo nagkakamali eh. Lahat tayo nagkakasala. Di ba? We make mistakes. Some mistakes are done privately. Some mistakes are done publicly. Pero ultimately, yung ano pa rin eh, it's the same eh. Kaya nga minsan, we live in a society na medyo very judgmental. And I always tell people na pag oras na may bumagsak at pilit na bumangon, tulungan natin. Parang let the man who had no sin cast the first stone.
Yeah.
Again, we're not justifying yung kung ano yung pagkakamali na
Oo naman.
nangyari sa buhay. Pero ang point lang dapat nating tulungan, hindi husgahan.
Lalo na pag nakikita mo talagang repentant.
Oo.
Yung alam mo nakita niyang mali niya,
Mm-mm.
parang wag back off na. Kasi coming from, hindi rin ako nagmamalinis even before what happened to me. May pagka-judgmental. May pagka-judgmental ako kasi nga, di ba, squeaky clean yung panlabas
Oo,
ko
image.
So, you have a tendency to look down on others na nagkakamali. But, yun nga, for going through that process, parang binaliktad ako Parang, hindi ka perfect. So, when you see somebody who's struggling, pero gusto niyang bumangon, yun nga, magandang tulungan din siya.
So guys, ito lang let's do some fun questions with Miss Maricar. Okay. Kung may 100,000 ka ngayon na extra, ano gagawin mo sa 100K?
Punta akong Japan. Dapat, ang tamang sagot ba dapat ipon?
Hindi naman.
But yeah, Japan.
Talaga?
Oo, I love Japan.
Oo.
Gusto namin yung kultura. And maybe we wouldn't live there like permanently.
Oo, pero pang vacation, no?
Oo, ang saya.
Yeah.
Dami,
Oo.
excellent.
Ano naman ang pinaka-worth na binili mo? Na yun talaga, di ba? I know you're a wise buyer eh.
Cellphone. Sorry, masyado bang But yeah, cellphone, Diyos ko. That's, and maybe my car, yung aking first car, kasi syempre, pangharabas ko yan sa taping.
Okay.
I really feel na nakuha ko yung worth niya.
Na-maximize mo, no?
Oo.
At kung may unlimited naman na money for one day, anong ang unang bibilin mo?
Bahay sa Japan.
Ay, yung mga...
Di ba pwede?
Oo.
Foreigners can buy.
Yes.
Oo.
Grabe.
Siguro bahay sa Japan, tapos sa Tokyo mismo, sa city, may apartment.
Nice.
Dahil
Pwede pa
pera.
Airbnb, no?
Oo.
Ano naman money tip na pwede mong palaging sinasabi ni Richard sa'yo?
Sinasabi niya sa akin, magplano.
Hmm.
You have to plan your money. Don't just save it. Very kasi ako very short-term thinker.
Mhm.
I think God, hindi naman ako condemned by it. God really made me that way. Pero planning is a good thing to do.
Yeah, if you can give one last advice to yourself, your younger self, what would you say?
Relax ka lang. Masyado kang praning.
Talaga?
Oo. Exterior ko is calm, but inside, it's really just to hide so much praning.
Alam mo, I feel, no? Correct me if I'm wrong. Because you want control.
I think so. I want it to be safe.
You want na predictable. Once you lose control, napapaning ka.
Oo. Pero hindi ako yung control freak na parang I want to control everybody.
Yeah.
Parang at least gusto ko yung surroundings ko peaceful.
Well, ito na yung challenge natin naman kay Miss Maricar.
May challenge!
Oo!
Okay.
Hey, whether we like it or not, yun nga yung pinag-uusapan nating money wound kanina.
Mm-mm.
Because of the money wound that I personally developed, I developed a tool to help people.
Yes.
Ito yung wealth cards.
Okay.
It heals money wounds, overcome fear, and help you to build wealth.
Uy, okay yan
So, ang gagawin lang nila every day, this is a daily devotion thing.
Okay, galing.
Pick a card,
Sige.
one card, basahin mo muna yung red part.
Okay.
Basahin mo yung money wound. Ano nasulat sa money wound?
Laging sinasabi ng magulang ko na hindi namin deserve ang marangyang buhay.
Di ba? Yung sinasabi,
Talaga?
Hindi, may mga ibang sabi, lakas mo naman mangarap. Grabe ka naman. Masyadong ambisyoso.
Yeah.
Di
Oo,
ba?
Tama.
Pero tignan mo yung sa likod. Yung sa likod naman, basa yung top part. Ano?
Declare mo to.
Mm.
Deserve kong magkaroon ng maganda at maayos na buhay kung ito'y pagsisikapan ko.
Tapos may healing verse.
Take delight in the Lord and He will give you the desires of your heart. Ang ganda.
Di ba? So, every day, ang gagawin niya, ng tao, ilalagay lang ito sa window
Tas yun yung ano yun.
para mababasa niya for the day.
Oo.
Di ba?
Kailangan to kasi every time we have a nega thought, kailangan may panangga na tama.
Yes.
No?
Every day yan. So, ang daming mga money wounds na hindi natin napapansin.
So, kaya dito yung ano, yung pangpraning.
Sa likod, sa likod, sa likod. Ayan.
Ayan. Yung pangpraning. Ang hirap i-manage ang pera. Kailangan ko yan.
Well, anyway, Miss Maricar, right now, ang dami ko natutunan sa buhay mo.
Ako din, ang dami ko natutunan sa buhay mo.
Pero yun yung kagandahan, guys.
Mm.
You don't have to go through other people's mistakes in order for you to understand it's a mistake. All you need to do is just learn from it. So, right now, I can assume na may mga tao, they have a very bad past, broken past, na parang feeling nila, I don't think I can recover from this. So, with your permission, is it okay for you to give an advice to those people na, yun nga, nahihirapan sila to be able to recover from a mistake that they have done?
I think first, you should know na hindi yan forever. As long as buhay ka, may solusyon. Hindi mo pa nakikita maybe ngayon, but for sure, if you really take time and take courage na hanapin yung solusyon, makikita mo yan. It may be in the form of another person. It may be a book na hindi mo nababasa pero binigay sa'yo years ago. Hindi mo alam kung nasan yung solusyon. It can be in a YouTube video na kailangan mong basahin and it will give you advice to help you with your situation. Meron yan, no matter how low you feel right now. Hindi yan yung ending. Actually, that is your your lowest point is actually the beginning of your rise back up. So, wag mo sanang sayangin itong low point mo. It's a great learning experience. And habang buhay ka pa, may solusyon yan.
Siguro, with your permission, is it okay for you to pray for people who are hurting and lost, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Papa God, thank you for this time to pray for the people na feeling at their lowest point. Lord, I pray na kausapin mo sila in your special way. Marinig nila yung boses mo na alam nilang galing sa'yo. Na totoo ka. Na hindi ka some God na sobrang layo, na hindi involved sa personal life ng mga tao. I pray that you will personally touch them and speak to them comfort, and not only comfort, kasi hindi ka lang God of comfort eh. You're a God of truth and solutions. So Lord, I pray na kausapin mo sila and lead them to where you want them to be. Kasi kung saan mo sila gustong dalhin, napakaganda at excited ka na makarating sila doon. In Jesus' name, amen.
If any one of you prayed that prayer, I just want to encourage you to type I prayed in the comment section, so we will stand with you in prayer. And I know that God has a perfect plan for you to prosper you, not to harm you, to give you hope and a future. And tatandaan nyo, if you feel you're just at the end of the road, it's not the end of the road, it's just the bend on the road. Miss Maricar, thank you very much.
Thank you so
And then
much.
please also promote yung ano mo, let's isa-isayin natin. Number 1, yung
Cakes.
Choco business mo. Okay?
Yung aming cakes, maricars.ph ang website, but you can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Maricars PH lang yung hanapin nyo. Maricars PH. Purple yung logo. And then we also have a relationship blog and vlog sa Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok as well. May YouTube din. Relationship Matters PH.
Yeah, baka malay nyo, mag-ano kami, collab.
Yeah.
Yung Happy Spouse, Happy House, saka Relationship Matters.
Oo.
Mag-public event tayo, ang saya-saya niya. Nako.
Yes, please. We'd like to meet all of you.
Yes.
Sobra.
So, thank you very much, Miss Maricar. You're such an encouragement and God bless you. Guys, kung nagustuhan nyo tong session na ito, please pakitype na lang sa comment section kung ano na-realize nyo, kung ano na-reveal nyo. If God really spoke to you or speaks to you through this podcast. Tatandaan, tamang karunungan, tamang disiplina po ang susi sa pagyaman.
Kailangan nakahubad ka. Kung hindi,
Oo.
hindi ka kukunin.
Oo.
So I was offered. Yung sa ulam ng kapitbahay, makukumpara mo, 'di ba? Yung mga ganun. So hindi yun yung ulam namin. Pagkatapos nga yung like sa material kunyari sa mga sa school, supplies, ganyan. Wala kami, ganyan. Tapos medyo hindi ko masasabing maganda yung childhood ko. Mas masasabi ko talaga na parate akong nagdadasal sa Diyos na gusto ko ngang maging breadwinner sa family ko. Ang point kasi is that as a baguhan, bakit ako ang nagsalita na hindi ako sasama dyan?
Anong meron sa luwag?
Kasi doon daw magsushooting. Tapos
Okay.
sabi ko, ang layo. Ang nangyari kasi noon, bata, 'di ba? Sa akin pinasa yung mga, sabi mo, huwag nandun, layo-layo, mga ganun-ganun.
Ay, nako!
Alam mo na
Usapang pera at kwento ng buhay. Pera at buhay. With Chinky Tan. Real stories. Real life.